Hello viewers, this is the Eld Henderson Real News Show, and again we are going to give you some information that can change your life in 36 to 90 days, and I have someone here to do it for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have Miss Verlena Owens. She is the Marketing Director for Liberty Connection Transportation in Jackson, Mississippi. Miss Owens, I'm glad to have you, and I hope you're ready to surprise the audience and talk about solutions versus problems. I understand you're going to need to tell the people how they can get a job with your company and what you do and the qualifications they need to have to get it. So let's start with you. I understand that you, as the marketing director, have the ability to change lives in 30, 60, and 90 days. Now you tell us how you got started in this field and briefly let our listeners know about your educational attainment so they can see you just don't come out of the bushes and become a marketing director. So just start anywhere you want and let's see what's on your mind.
Well, first of all, I went to Jackson State. I'm a graduate of Jackson State University, and I majored in entrepreneurship. And during that time, I had several businesses that I was operating. And I end up over at the Jackson State E-Center, which is where they have an incubator to help grow your business. And while working in my incubator, building my business, I had Liberty Transportation needed somebody to direct them in their company.
Okay, well that's real great. So you were over there doing a great job, and you know you had to be doing a great job because they would not connect with you if you were not doing so. And it just so happened it was called Liberty Connection Transportation Company, and I do know for a fact they were looking for some opportunities to expand. And since you had a business called Make Things Happen or something to that effect. Now what was the name of that business you had over there?
Making Business Happen.
That's right, Making Business Happen, and I'm quite sure they noticed that this is the person I need. So now what is the major responsibility of Liberty Connection Transportation? What do you all do? Very, very briefly now. We don't want to know everything right now, but what is your major objective as a transportation company?
Liberty is a non-emergency transportation company. We transport patients to their doctors and medical appointments, as well as dialysis center. So we have a lot to offer the people.
Okay, that's great. Now, are you all doing this 6, 7, or just 5 days a week?
Well, Liberty is a 7-day, 24-hour business. We run around the clock. So we start at 4 o'clock in the morning and we work clean up until 4 o'clock the next morning.
So you're a 24-hour operation.
Right, 24 hours.
Now, are you all in a position where you can move and take care of patients outside of the Hinds County area? And if so, tell us what is your area of concentration?
Well, we do have other, outside of Mississippi, we are in Louisiana, we're in Alabama, and we're also over in, Louisiana, Alabama, and Tennessee.
Tennessee. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, you're almost telling the listeners that since you are started in Hinds County, you have moved to other states, so that means you're already Mississippi connected from north, south, east, and west. You're with the surrounding southern states, and I'm glad to believe that in a few years you are probably going to be national in scope, and later on you'll probably have some franchises where you can sell Liberty Transportation. Franchises, have you all thought about going in that direction later on after maybe 5 or 10 years?
Yes, we have talked about that. As a matter of fact, we have owner-operator drivers. We're looking for them in all areas, and owner-operators can assist in those areas.
Okay, now let's look at the Pacifics. Our viewers want to know solutions to their problems. Many have economic problems, educational problems, and I understand there's some training involved, but be specific and tell us the type of drivers you're looking for, and then we will talk about the qualifications, and if they don't have the qualifications, we'll talk about what you can do to get them qualified. So what type of drivers are you all looking for starting in the next week or two?
Well, Our company are looking for a dependable driver. You have to be motivated. And we're looking for a professional. We're looking for safe drivers. We're looking for friendly drivers because we're dealing with sick patients and also patients that have disabilities. So you have to be able to cope with those, with whatever situation that they are in.
Okay, Ms. Owens, now I'm going to get a little personal now. I have some relatives right now down in South Hinds County that depend on another transportation agency to take them places. In many instances, they don't get there on time. They know what time they have an appointment at the doctor's office, and they don't pick them up on time. Therefore, they get home late. Now, do you all have any remedy for any possible driver that you have that would do that kind of thing? What do you all do with those kind of folks?
Well, that's why we're in the hiring business right now, because we want the best for our patients. We don't want them to miss any appointments. We don't want them to be late, because we know that the doctors that have these scheduled appointments, their time is very valuable. So with this company, that's why our company is going to be doing training. We have certified trainers we're going to start training coming up in April.
Okay, all the males and females that you're going to get must have a certain age requirement. I'm assuming it's 18 and older.
Right.
What about these wonderful people that need to work that have misdemeanors? Do you all hire people that have misdemeanors, that have a little minor problem on their personal record?
Well, all our drivers will have a criminal background check by an FBI agent, because we want to make sure that they are safe, that our clients are safe, as well as the drivers. So we do a certified criminal background check on them.
Okay, now I also understand, Ms. Owens, that you all really are in a position where you don't even discriminate against handicapped drivers if they have the ability to have a current license, can maintain the transportation process in their private vehicle or yours. You all will give them a job.
You just have to make sure that you are required to go through the training. You have to be able to, we have some wheelchair drivers. You have to be able to lift them out the wheelchair. You have to be able to assist them when they have these stretchers. So all this is taken in consideration when we get the application. Now, we may have something where you just drive. We're not going to put you in a position where you have to work with wheelchair drivers.
That's right. That's why I know that you all will take people with slight handicaps and give them a job if they can do all the work necessary except heavy lifting and things of that. That's good. A lot of companies don't do that in the transportation industry. Now let's look at the specific training after they go through that check, and you look at the resume, of course. They have a good record. Will it be 2 or 3 weeks before they're called, or 2 or 3 days?
Well, it takes, we have to first of all send in your paperwork. You have to get your criminal background check. We have to wait for that to come in. And it normally takes about 2 weeks for everything to come in if everything goes well. And it depends on how fast you get the process done, because you have to get fingerprinted as well. You have to go down to the police department to get fingerprinted, because we want to make sure that our patients are safe.
And that's going to be dependent on the potential driver, on his or her schedule. So if they fill out an application, you all tell them they are in a position where they might get the job. They then should get on down there and take care of those fingerprints and other things.
Right.
Now, once that's done, you're telling the viewers that it'll take a couple of weeks to go through the training process. How long is this training? Is it 6 hours, 40 hours, or less?
Well, it's an online training that you're required to take, and it's usually about 3 hours. And once you get that taken, we wait on your drug test. And after you're hired, we will still do a random drug test on you.
At various times?
Right.
Okay, now at this point, when you take the training on the computer, we call it online training, is there a test involved? And if so, what is the cutoff score?
Yes, all the drivers are required to take the test. You go online, take the test. You have a booklet to study by, and it's a basic training book that all drivers are required to take. And it's like a handbook, and you have to go through all the procedure of properly handling wheelchairs, stretchers, and once you finish with that, you have to take the test and pass at least at 80 or higher.
80 or higher. Well, that is real good. Now, in the end, we're going to have a break in just a few minutes, and we're going to talk about some specifics, how you all can enhance one's economic status by paying them a good salary. And I know you can have these short-term jobs, part-time jobs, full-time jobs. Some can drive around here in Hinds County. Others can move down on the coast in their cars and vans and return to Jackson that afternoon. And I understand they make more money when they do that. So we're going to take a break in a few minutes, and I want you to address all of these limitations and all these positive actions that you all are going to take, and how you will be servicing the people in Hinds County, in the state of Mississippi, and in our surrounding states. Are you prepared for this, Ms. Owen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now, we are going to get ready for you, because we want our listeners to pull their pens out and their pencils, their note papers, so they can take these phone numbers down, which you're going to be giving. I also understand that you have a website and an email address that you might share with the folks, and we want them to have it.
Okay.
Do you have a rough idea, though, when you come back, how many individuals you all want to hire? We don't want you to tell us now, but I guarantee you, Ms. Owens, what you have to share in what I call my solution mode, and at the end of the show, we always talk about solutions to whatever we are addressing. And I bet you're going to help a lot of people move in the right direction economically when we return. Are you ready to handle this?
I am.
Thank you.
Talk to your viewers.
Okay, I tell you, we are moving in the right direction, Ms. Owens. We have job opportunities.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, Ms. Owens, you're ready. Viewers, we're going to... God damn.
Yeah, you gotta make it smoother than that.
Do what now?
You gotta make it smoother than that.
Oh, you're right about that. That's
Full sentence.
that's right.
2, 1.
Ms. Owens, I want to thank you for the information you have given us. Viewers, stay tuned. After the break, we will have some solutions to your economic situation in this great city of Jackson and surrounding areas. Stay tuned and return when we return. Thank you very much. God damn.
2, 1, go.
Thank you for staying with us, viewers. We are going to get back with Miss Belita Owens and talk about hiring at Liberty Transportation Company. Ms. Owens, tell us about those specific jobs. You did mention 2 types of jobs, and when are you going to start asking for applications?
Well, right now we are taking applications. We're looking for wheelchair drivers for the vans. Also, we're looking for owner-operators. That's someone who have their own vehicle, and they must have a clean record. They have to, let me see what else. They have to be CTAA certified.
Okay, you're saying the driver or the potential driver has to be CTAA certified. Now, we know that's a lot of acronym. Now, what does that mean if you're CTAA certified?
That is Community Transportation Association of America. That's where all drivers who are drivers for these non-emergency transportation have to be certified in order to drive. And the requirements, you have to have a background check, and you have to be fingerprint. You will be randomly drug tested, and the owner-operator must have their own reliable transportation. They must be dependable and have a clean driving record.
That is excellent, and that's what most companies need today, no matter what one is doing. A reliable, consistent person that knows how to get to work on time and do what he or she is supposed to do. Now, at this point, are you ready to interview people at Jackson State University site or at another site? Will you be going to the various communities and doing interviewing? How could I, if I wanted a job with your company, contact you and get an appointment?
Well, we have our email address, which is libertyconnectiontransportation@yahoo.com. That is, once again, libertyconnectiontransportation@yahoo.com. You can also email me at verlenaowens@yahoo.com. We are at the Jackson State East Center.
And I understand that's 1230 Raymond Road in
Right,
Jackson, Mississippi.
right.
And I want you to do it again, of course, but tell the viewers what your phone number is. Most people would rather have your phone number, and then we'll get back to this, talk a little more, and let you give the number again. So what phone number could they use to get in contact with you?
Okay. You can dial me at my phone number. I'm in the office. It's 601-397-7995. And once you send in your applications, go in on the email. I will take those applications and we will begin calling you.
Now, you are saying that the vehicles must be what we call the E250 commercial wheelchair van and minivans. Do you think there's a lot of cost associated with this? I know this is what these independent owner-operators are going to have. Is there a lot of expense to get a van that's associated with wheelchair lifts and all of those type equipment pieces that are attached to the van?
Well, Liberty Connection, what we do, we have our mechanics that service these vehicles. We make sure that they are all maintained for the drivers. So our drivers don't have to worry about that. They just report whatever is needed and we take care of that. The owner operator already know what they have to do to keep up their vans.
Okay, so at that rate, once they come in with the proper equipment, your mechanical specialist will make sure it's maintained properly so you can carry your patients where you need to get them and they will be safe while they are in transportation.
Right, right.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I also know, Ms. Owens, that you all have a lot of certified individuals that's going to be trained to prepare the individuals for these basic courses. Now, did you say it's about 6 hours long on the computer?
Yes. Well, once they take that test, it will be it'll be a 6 hour. You go online, you take the class. Then we will come to the Jackson State East Center, which is where we will have a certified trainer to train them. And they will get their certificate. And once they get their certificate, they can begin driving.
Okay, that sounds real good. Now, we know that Liberty has expanded so much in the last few years, and I do know now that some of you all have been talking in various meetings about this new deal that you're going to have in Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, and other areas. Now, are you in a position now where our independent owners can start working in those states as we speak, once they get qualified?
Yes, we have drivers out there already at these different states. So once you submit your application online, we do have a website that they can go to and put in an application, and we will have somebody on that site to interview them.
Okay, that's great. Now, suppose one wanted to become a part-time driver. You have positions for part-time drivers, or those that want to work on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They already have another job. And do you address those issues, or you must have someone that's full-time?
No, we do have for all areas, because some of our clients, they just want you to pick them up. We have some that just want you to take them to their appointment. So it's just once they come out, fill out their application, we'll find out whether they want full-time or part-time, and then we can assist them in that area.
Now, that's very great. So you're saying some patients just want to be dropped off, some just
Right.
want to be picked up, and then your driver will be notified, and they can say, this is exactly the schedule I want, and I want to get this thing started real soon.
Right.
So now, are you in a position where you think you're going to have any problems? From looking at your past, did you have a lot of problems in the past with drivers that just couldn't cut it because of various reasons, lateness, transportation problems with their vehicles. I know you don't have any with yours because your maintenance man is there on a regular basis to take care of things. But I do understand that when people have jobs like this, they are going to mess up and get dismissed. And now with this new program, it appears that you all are going to be so strong. And I heard someone say the other day that you're going to have a list, a waiting list, so if there is a mishap, you're going to replace those folks without changing your schedule and call someone on that waiting list and keep your customers satisfied. Are you all still planning to do this?
Yes, we are. We do have a list, and we are going to keep these lists available because we want our employees to be very dependable, and we want them to have our clients on time for their appointments. So all of our vehicles do have the trackers inside them, so that way we can keep up with them and we know where they are at all times.
Now let me tell you, Ms. Owens, now I know you probably say, well, that's violating their rights. That's what some people would say. You all won't say it. But I'm telling you, that's the best thing to do. Just the other day, I was at a certain place, and I saw a public servant in a city vehicle doing private work for one of his friends in the daytime, and he was on the city payroll. Now, it wasn't in the city of Jackson. You know, I travel around a little bit. It was in another city. So you are going to track your clients that's driving for you, know exactly where they are lounging and wasting time, and then probably give them some reprimands when they come back. That's what you're all going to do?
That's right, because we are in high demand for that. We want them to be dependable, and we want our company to grow. So we're looking for good, reliable people to grow with our company.
Well, that's exactly what you have. Your growth is tremendous, and you're going to be going nationwide soon. And I can see why people are working with you all and sticking with you, because your reputation is, and after this show for sure, those people that I call slackers are not going to even apply in the first place because they know they're not going to be with you very long. And that's a good way to do it. Now, are you in a position, Ms. Owens, to tell us about the fact that many times you don't want to work with certain people because they are veterans? You know, we have a lot of problems with the veterans. A lot of them are homeless. Others have problems that are connected to their military service. Do you all give veterans an opportunity to work with you?
We do. Like I say, you can come in, put in your application. We don't discriminate, but we do follow the rules, and you have to be certified. And once you meet those qualifications, we will be happy to, hire you on.
That's right. Now let's look at the other part. You don't discriminate, but do you take senior citizens 65 years of age or older in a position of responsibility like that?
Well, we have a couple of employees right now who are 65 years old. They just want to do something part-time, and their application was passed. So
Excellent. I just want the viewers to know, no matter what your limitation is, you can be full-time, part-time, male, female, old, veteran, or you can do any combination that you want. So this is a great opportunity because people are looking for jobs. People need jobs. And most people that have transportation, most of them are qualified to do some of this kind of work because they have the experience, they have the license, and you'll be surprised how many people in Mississippi and Hinds County have good records already, and all they need to do is apply. And you are ready to take care of them and do the things that are necessary to get them moving within days.
Right.
Because that's wonderful. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to close this program, and I want you to tell me exactly what you and your team will be doing when you get your staff together just before you expand in a very big way. Have you all gotten to the point where you're going to be getting a new program where you will be hiring more staff? Now, I know you're going to have extensions in the community with these independent drivers, but what about a staff increase for secretaries, for program coordinators? Have you gotten to that point? Because our viewers might not want to drive. They might want to be an office person. They might be one of the checkers that will go around to the sites and check on the drivers and see if they get it where they're supposed to be. Will you have any positions like that?
We
in the future?
will. We will. As a matter of fact, we are going to be, within the next year or so, getting our own building. So we will be looking for other opportunities in those areas.
Office
We'll be hiring.
office administrators,
administrations,
program
right,
directors.
Right.
So I want you to tell the viewers again, Ms. Owens, exactly how they can contact you, because I know they want these jobs, they need these jobs, and you tell them how they can contact you one more time.
Well, like I say, we are with Liberty Connection, and that email address is libertyconnection.transportation@yahoo.com, or you can contact me at Verlina Owens at yahoo.com.
What phone number, please?
My number is 601-397-7995. And you can contact me again at verlinaowens@yahoo.com.
Okay, viewers, you hear it. You hear it again from the Eld Henderson Real News Show, that there are opportunities out there and we have solutions. So, Ms. Owens, I want to thank you for being with us today, and we're going to invite you back. Ms. Owens, I want to thank you for being with us today, and we're going to invite you back to see. Yes.
Now say that.
Say what?
Thank Ms. Owens.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Owens. No, hold on a second. Ms. Owens, I want to thank you for being with us. You have some excellent information, and you have provided opportunities for folks in Hinds County, the state of Mississippi, and other areas. And I want to say, come back in the future, because we want to report to see what kind of progress you have made. So I want to give you my regards, and if I need a job in the future, shall I apply with you?
You can.
I
We
can.
will have a trial. We do hire some retirees.
Well, I don't want to drive.
Okay. Well, you can sit in the office.
Sit in the office. You want me to sit in the
Answer the
office?
phone.
Good. Well, I'll do that. I want one of those 5-hour jobs
Yeah.
where I can just sit in the office, drink coffee, and call a few people. Well, that's why he got editing skills, David. He's supposed to be able to edit all that out.
Okay, here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
I need you to thank her one last time, short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need you to come here and say goodbye.
Okay.
Don't do anything else. Shake her hand, tell her thank you, come here and say
Say goodbye, listeners, viewers. All right. See how you are harassed when you're trying to do your job?
Ready now? 3, 2, 1, go.
Miss Owens, thank you very much for being with the show. Audience? Oh, now I got to change it. It's viewers, not audience. All right.
Yeah, you don't have to do it so fast.
Right, okay. All right.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you, Ms. Owens, for being with us today. Viewers, I want to thank you for staying with the Action Leadership. God, don't. I'm going to do it one more time, man. We're going to get it right this time. Damn. All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ms. Owens, I want to thank you for being with the Eld Henderson Real News Show. Viewers, thank you for tuning to the Eld Henderson Real News Show, and expect us next week, same time, same station.